Hey y'all, thanks for stopping by Toots Talk. Let's chat about it. I came up on the welfare. I was a part of the welfare system. My mama had two jobs that I can account for. One was Avis Rent-A-Car somewhere in the early 90s. And a little towards the end of the 90s, she briefly was a lunch lady at a middle school. But other than that, I was a welfare kid. And see, here's the thing. As I love the South, I love New Orleans. But these women were raised to be wives, mothers. They weren't raised to be professionals. Now, not all of them, but I can certainly speak for the ones that came up in those late 60s, certainly in my family. They were raised to be wives and mothers. Having a profession, having marketable, sellable skills wasn't something they needed, because all they needed to do was make some kids with some man and he gonna pay for everything and we all gonna be good. The question is, what happens when that don't happen? When that never happens? Then you got our government taking care of your welfare and the welfare of your child. So that was me. Whatever. It is what it is. It was the 80s and 90s, and that's what it was. But what it does is it creates a perception. So you, the child of a welfare recipient, whom also made you in a muggy, dirty way with a married man who was 20 years her senior. It creates a perception of what the child will be. And when the child is not that thing, it's confusing. See, code switching, we like to talk about it as if it's something that only happens with white people. You know, we take the fake bitch to work. But see, for me, code switching started with my family. Code switching started when I was young, because I elected, because I'm the weirdo, to go to these white schools in the way out and learn something new, learn something different, learn from different people. See, I was growing up with all black people all around me. I ain't see where I'm gonna see some white people on 89th Street. Like, come on. Ain't none. But now I take myself and I put myself in this environment that does cause me to see things differently, to speak differently, to think differently. And the misunderstanding is that it was the white people or the white school. No, it was the different people. It was the variety of newness that came with just seeing something outside of what I was seeing every day. The color of the skin wasn't really all that important. The problem is it made me even more different than all the rest of my family. So that means every time I went to somebody else's house, I had to speak differently. I had to give them the talva that they believed that they wanted, or certainly the one that they needed. So if I went to my cousins and they my hood cousins, I'm going to get hood with them. If I'm over here with my fancy auntie and them that's got a little bit more money, I'm going to give them what they need. If I'm over here with my other family, that everybody. Everybody got a different tower, which is why everybody has a different perspective of me. That was my fault. I did that because I thought that was the way to survive. Give them what they need and they will accept you. They will stop looking at you with that, oh, this poor child eyes. It kind of worked, you know, it kind of worked. But it created a fake perception of me. It took me years to figure out who I was because I was so busy changing for everyone else. By the time I got into the workforce, code switching to take that fake bitch to work was natural. It was my everyday behavior because I was already trained by my family, my black family, that I needed to change to accommodate their needs so that they felt comfortable in the sad little girl's presence. Oh, what a shame. Her mama's so stupid. What does that do to the little girl? She became a woman. And she figured out, I don't need to change for all these people. I don't need to do that. They gonna need to get on board or they will be left behind.